Hi Scorpio, Morgane. Welcome to your April Taroscope. You're probably wondering, why am I dressed like this? Well, I am portraying a major in the Marines today. Most of you probably don't know I'm also an actress. I can't say for what. You'll just have to enjoy my major uniform. Alright, I thought it would be fun. And I hope you can hear me well. If this goes well, and they don't call me back on set, then everything will be great. If not, I'll just do it anew. First card for you guys, Ace of Cups. Great start. Renewal, faith, things that you thought would never be okay are suddenly starting to ease. Even if not on the surface, then at least within your heart, there's acceptance, there's flow, there's renewal. Some of you are starting a new relationship. Some of you are starting a new beginning. Let's see. 5 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Okay, Scorpio. Manners of the heart are on your mind. So I have a card of pessimism, surrounded on both sides with the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Both are the same expression of the same thing. The best, most benevolent expression of the emotional realm. The Ace of Cups is the beginning of a journey from a very clean place. The 10 of Cups is the fulfillment, maybe uniting with someone else who's also went through the same journey, and now you're uniting together. But in between, I have this gentleman with a robe holding 2 cups. Can you see it well, I hope? I don't know how the lighting is. And he's only focusing on the 3 that he's lost down here, the blood and everything. But he's still holding 2 cups. And I feel like these 2 cups are symbolized by, one of them would be this Ace of Cups, and one would be this 10 of Cups, which I will make it into 1, because 10 is 1. Can you hear the plane above me? I know. Okay. I need more cards to see where this is leading to. But for now, I can definitely say that everything seems to be amazing. You are right on the completion of a very long emotional journey, which you have mastered, but you are still not completely enjoying it or feeling it because you're so used to losing. You're thinking, okay, everything is wonderful, but what if it goes away suddenly? What if I lose it? What if it's not real? What about everything else that I lost? Card falls down, the King of Cups. This is you, or this is someone else in your life that is also a water sign, or this is someone that embodies the water element. And so far, 4 cards, only cups. You are the ruler of the ocean, the depths, the deepest parts of the water. So I shouldn't be so surprised, but I'm kind of looking forward, even though those are very positive cards from the water element, from the Cup series, it's still only water. 4 cards into the reading. We need balance, Scorpio. Some of you are feeling amazing and balanced and in love, but your surrounding doesn't necessarily see you as such because you're not giving them anything to balance it up with. Does that make sense? Another card that falls, the Hermit. So with all these emotions, this realm of the heart, I feel like it's inward, it's internal. You're kind of swimming in your own ocean of emotion, and you're doing this out of a choice. It's a type of wisdom. You know, you're analyzing your set of behavior, set of feelings. Where am I coming from? Where am I going towards? So maybe, even though to the outside world, because minor arcana is what other people see in us, it's more practical, more daily, we seem drifted away, we seem like we are closed off, we seem like maybe we are a little bit sad, a little bit depressed, a little bit lonely, but we know that it's coming from a place of search and discovery and getting to know ourselves anew with all this, with taking under consideration this beautiful journey that we went through, all the way from the Ace of Cups to the Ten of Cups. So this is actually good. This, at first I'm like, oh, everything is going so well, why are they like this? And now I get it. You want to make sure that you are harnessing all that energy. You are harnessing all this flow of also inspiration and philosophy and deepening awareness. You're making sure you're harnessing it. You're focused. And then, well, you're Scorpio. You're very, very focused. When you have a goal, when you set your mind at something, like a hunter. Speaking of, it's interesting for me to wear this uniform. Last time I wore a military uniform was 13 years ago. I served in the military, in the IDF in Israel. And I've never worn a uniform since, and this is my first. It's not for real. I'm not actually in service now. It's playtime. But still, it's muscle memory. The body remembers. What else? Scorpio. I knew I'm going to do yours now. When I was like, okay, I'm going to do a video with this outfit in this really cool place. And you guys just came to my mind. I don't know why yet. But either we'll figure it out or you'll just get to have fun with it. Scorpio for April. What else can we get? Cards. Spirit. For Scorpio in the month of April. So far things are very positive, but they're only of the heart and they seem to be internal. And I want to see how you guys are operating on the exterior levels of your existence, of your daily life. What's up with you in April? Wow. Temperance, more water, more cups, more healing, more balancing. I feel like you're mastering the element of water now, of emotion and faith and clairvoyance. Even when I have so much water in a reading, especially coming with the Hermit and the Temperance, that's alchemy. Some of you are literally learning how to transform yourself and manifest things. Okay, first card outside of the water element. Ten of Swords. A completion of a very long journey. Once again, this is the second 10. But a karmic journey. Some of you are literally getting out also emotionally, not just in reality, because sometimes the heart takes time to catch up. Reality could be fine, but at heart we're still like lingering and heavy where we were. But it feels like your heart is starting to catch up with the fact that everything is finally released and relieved and renewed, and you are done with the pain. And right now I feel like the month of April, some of you for a good few more months, I don't know, depend on you, are going through a very deep purge, cleansing. Once again, healing. But you're doing it so beautifully, so majestically, like Scorpio again. You're so deep and fascinating. People are probably so lured to you and interested by you, and you're like, I'm with myself. Another card. Strength. So much inner power. So much inner strength. Strength speaks of the physical boundaries that are being broken. So we could literally tap into our white magic power. And what do I mean by white magic? So you know how there's manifestations through actions, the things that we say, the things that we do, the things that we put our will into, right? And the focus and the thoughts, etc. Okay. That's black magic. And when I do this intentionally, because I don't mean black as in dark or bad, I mean as in putting an active behavioral pattern into it. Sorry, camera froze. Putting a behavioral pattern into it to manifest things, to make things happen. The white magic of the Strength card is when you are so in tuned and tapped into the universal elements and will and consciousness that what spirit wants, you want automatically, naturally. So you don't really need to put in an effort. You don't need to actively create. You just have this thought or feeling or want, and suddenly it's in front of you. Much serendipity with no actions. It's because you're just aligned with the universal will. Wow, some of you have been really mastering. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's just it's just so in my face right now, like I can't not. Nice, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Nice work. Okay, I want to let you take a look at this. So this time I stopped the camera, because all my cards flew, but I fixed it. I put runes on top of them. But also because there was this guy who kept coming back and forth. Normally it wouldn't bother me, but it made me think of you guys because I kept noticing him in the background, right? And he wasn't doing anything special. So it's such a Scorpio character to just be noticeable without doing anything. Doing something that anybody else were to do it, no one would notice, but because you're a Scorpio, it's like your energy is so strong, it's like you're there. Even when you do your Scorpio thing where you hide in the corner, sit and just stare at people quietly, you're still noticed somehow. Just thought it was a funny thing to point out. Anyway, so, okay, you want to take a look. Okay, you're going through something really, really interesting. So you are, some of you, clearing out someone who made you feel lonely, and it was your last karmic lesson. And now you're really managing to, you have room to tap into your true forces of the Strength card, what I described with the white magic. Okay. Some of you are reconciling with someone like that you weren't sure if maybe they are supposed to be a final karmic lesson, you weren't sure if they're supposed to remain in your life or not, and now you're kind of finding a new alchemical balance with your connection with them, and that comes just plainly from your ability to work the elements and transform the molecular the molecular shape of the connection, the synergy. Okay, it's like two matters create one thing, and you keep connecting them together, and it keeps connecting the same thing. Like Einstein said, doing the same thing gives you the same results. But you somehow managed to do the same thing and receive different results. It's really cool. On one hand, not on one hand, on both hands. It's just really cool. I want to clarify the 10 of Swords because yes, it's a completion. It's the end of a cycle, the end of a karmic time frame. But I feel like there's someone involved because I have the King of Cups here, and the 10 of Swords looks like the king that has fallen. So either it's what I said about a person that, you know, the connection with them is over. But I want to clarify this. So let's clarify the 10 of Swords, please. Who is it for the Scorpio? Maybe it's you that shed your skin. Because of all the alchemy and the water here, and the merging of the new spirit of you. I think that some of you, it's just yourself shedding your own skin and reborn. clarify this anyway. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Clarify the Ten of Swords, please. Wow. Okay. This literally flew off in the air. The Two of Cups. Yeah, the Ten of Swords is exactly what I said. It's either it has to do with relationship, with romance. Either someone in your life that is cut out, but I mostly feel like it's someone that a certain way of how your connection was is over, and now you're starting anew. There's a real renewal in your connection. Again, like the synergy is different. You know, what you guys create together is different than what you used to create together. When I say create, I don't mean like tangible things. I mean like just plainly the connection, the energy, right? I feel like some of you are having a really great new start with someone whom you already know, that it didn't work out in the past. And there was a very good reason why it didn't work out in the past. Like you had to really learn from each other. It's one of those things that could have either ended up as just a karmic lesson and moving on, but somehow something kind of in the matrix kind of flipped, and some of you are just turning a karmic relationship into a soulmate / twin flame relationship, like kind of managing to break the cycle and step out of the karma into something really real, which is kind of cool because it usually doesn't happen. Usually you have so much you know, agony and resentment stick to you because of the past and because of everything you guys went through together, so you can't really go back. But now it's like both of you are transformed and shed your skin into something new simultaneously. You both went through a really cool spiritual growth, and now you can finally match to each other's frequency. Lovely, Scorpio. I will have so much editing to do on your video, but it's so worth it because I feel so cool with my hat and with my uniform and with all the flags behind me. I love America. I like playing a Marine. It makes me feel proud. I don't know. Maybe it's silly. Just how I feel. Okay, another card falls down. Six of Pentacles. And finally some earth, because the Two of Cups that fell to clarify the Ten of Swords is another cup. And by the way, it's all the beautiful cups. Like, these are really amazing cards. But only water. So I'm happy to have a little bit of earth here to give some balance to all those emotions and all this water. Because water needs something to flow on, right? So far, it's like you're flowing in space. But now, maybe you kind of did that. Maybe you are kind of going to do that throughout April. Float in space, kind of just tapping into your soul completely and not, you know, be bothered with manners of daily living. If you have the privilege, if you have the money, and if you have the serenity and the ability to kind of tap out and connect, and that's great. Another card that falls, King of Swords. So another king from the sword element, from the air element. Let me put a rune on it so it won't fly. Let me put a rune on the Six of Pentacles so it won't fly. Great. Let's put it aside though. So we have the earth element to balance us. So I'm not worried. I don't think you're going to drown. I think you're doing it out of, you know, from control, from a choice. I think you still have that string that connects you to planet Earth, and it's a great strength. The Six of Pentacles, you know, it's a gift, it's wealth, it's fortune, it's receiving. Sometimes it can relate to unbalanced give and take, like there's no balance between the give and take. But if I have Temperance and Ten of Cups and Ace of Cups, and now that the King of Swords fell down, who speaks of balance, then much balance in your life, Scorpio. Wow. I mean, you're probably like, many of you are like, but I'm feeling all these feelings and I don't feel so happy. What balance are you talking about? If you step outside of yourself for 1 second and actually look at the process that you're going through and all the realizations that you're having and all like the understandings, if you really analyze your reality, you'll notice how far you've come. and how awesome this process is, and that you're not drowning as much as you're diving. And you can literally like snap out of it when you need to and go back up to the surface of the waters. I'm not concerned about you guys whatsoever. Like, you got this. All right. I feel like let's clarify the Ten of Cups, because I have two kings here. The Star. Okay, one magical card after another of self-healing and alchemy, and some of you guys are in the spotlight with your creation and with your endeavors. It's not like, you know, artistic famous spotlight. Then within your society, you're not trying to. You're really, really focused on what it is that you're doing, but that really attracts people. Yeah. Bottom of the deck. You, Queen of Cups to match the King of Cups. And the World. So if I have a King and a Queen from the same element with the World, with the Ten of Cups, with Temperance, with the Ace of Cups, yeah, true love. The person that you are now recreating the relationship with, it's the real thing. If you're not there yet, it's very close and you're feeling it. I'm not into time framing, so some of you it will be in April, some of you are already in it, some of you will be in the following few months, but you're within that energy. Many of the zodiacs are within this energy. I feel like it has to do with just the collective. You know, we all are in the very similar process of stepping up the game when it comes to our how much we stretch our limits, stretching our limits to have to make room for our soul to be bigger, working on the vibration, the frequency to be higher. And many of us are tapping into our true selves, which allows us to tap into union with someone who is really matching us. It's just a time. So all this that I'm saying is relevant to people with a certain amount of awareness that have went through a certain amount of spiritual and emotional work. You know who you are. If you are relatively in the beginning of your journey or in the middle of your journey and you're still in the karma world of, you know, fixing karma, it might take you a bit longer. But I feel like many people, like a big group of you who is on a specific conscious level, you are right in the twin flame soulmate, whatever flame kind of union. And with the strong sense of independence, the Nine of Pentacles, you own it. You already know thou self. Right after the Nine of Pentacles, I have the Tower and the Ten of Cups, and sorry, the Ten of Wands in reverse. That's the third 10. Yeah, this will require certain endings to make room for what I'm talking about, so it won't feel great. I also have the Chariot here. Whatever journey you're on, whatever changes you're either pushed to do from the inside, or it feels like circumstances are pushing you to go through, even if it feels painful, please remember this reading. It's to make room. Especially if I get the Tower with the Strength card. This is about breaking of the self as we know it. Once again, shedding the skin, and that can hurt. I mentioned that example a lot when the caterpillar goes through the growing pains of tearing up the cocoon to become a butterfly. It hurts. A caterpillar doesn't just develop wings. I don't know if you know this, but it actually breaks down to the molecular goo that it is and restructure its molecular form into a butterfly. So it doesn't like grow from a cocoon to, I'm sorry, from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It breaks down to a molecular goo. I don't know how else to call it. I'm sure there's a scientific right expression, but whatever. And it just transforms into a butterfly. So this is what you are, Scorpio, a beautiful butterfly, flying with a fellow beautiful butterfly, making shit happen, being all like, we're magic. This is kind of cool. Okay, short and sweet. I am going to take out I'm sorry, I just had this. Some of you are really grieving. It hurts. The process hurts. I get it. But this is me telling you it's okay. It's like you're digging a hole in your soul in order to plant seeds for the good tower to arise. You might be involved with an earth sign. I'm happy to see more earth with all this water. Earth and water feed each other and support each other. Alright, let's go to the end of the reading where we conclude with a rune. Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't show you the cards. I was just scared that everything will fly off, and I wanted to hold them, and me holding them and putting stuff on them isn't so pretty. So you just had to look at me with this hat. Oh well. Alright. Runes. For those of you who don't know, they're Celtic. They're Nordic. They are a very ancient divination tool, more ancient than the tarot, before religion, from pagan times. Those are letters, symbols, sigils. They used to carve them on stones, on wood. They have sharp shapes because they were carved with knives on stone and wood, because back then there wasn't paper and pens and pencils. A classic pack of runes has 24 runes. In the past 40 years, they've added a 25th rune called Weird. Not everybody use it. And they are very practical in essence. Not to say that they're not spiritual, but when the tarot can be a bit more vague sometimes, the runes are very clear, which is why you can't really do like long-term divination with them. It can be like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's the energies of next year? They're like whatever is rolling right now. So, a rune for April for Scorpio. I really want to know what you think about this video, so comment below if you liked it or if it was too all over the place, if this was worth stepping out of the comfort zone of my apartment and doing something different for you guys, even though technically it was a little bit problematic. Let's see. Yeah, let me know. Rune for Scorpio. Kenaz. I'm back. Kenaz. It was closed and now it's open. Open hand. Open hand to accept and open hand to create. That's Kenaz. Very positive rune. With balanced energy to give and to take. To give and to receive. I don't think you should be in a place that takes. I think you should be in a place that receives. That gives and receives. An offer. Emotional offer or artistic offer. If it's a work offer, it has to do with an artistic endeavor. You guys are on your wave. You are in a very good place right now. Even if you're going through a little bit of dark nights of the soul, and you know what I'm talking about, you feel like it's purging. You know it. You don't need me to tell you that. And this will make room for so many blessings. This is a very positive reading. An extremely positive reading, actually. and you're so calm. I had no fire, no wands. I had barely any swords. The swords that I had were about an ending of a period, and another sword was about balance. So very little thinking, mostly feeling, but in a balanced way. You're not really actively doing anything with actions, more so with your intentions and your heart and your want, but your inner ones, and you're not putting too much energy onto it. You're not like pressing it. You're very like deep waters, but calm. And that will open up a whole new world for you guys in this coming month and in these coming months. So, I was your major for the month of April. Let me know how you liked it. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate that. If you want to see other videos, watch your sun, moon, and rising, and Venus. And yeah, let me know in the comments, please, how what I said, is expressed in your life. Like, because I'm curious, because it was a little bit esoteric, right? So you know how it taps into you. So I'm curious. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my other job. I wouldn't call it a job. I'm actually having fun. Well, I'm having fun with you guys as well, so yeah. Bye for now. I'll see you in May. Yay.